page clay chart, and this will be a video chart on the US dollar. I've been doing a little series on this one and I've kind of slacked off, but one of the main reasons is pretty much just because it hasn't really been doing anything besides going sideways, which I guess is an event, but it's definitely chilled out in terms of just falling apart. But I did want to get this updated. Video probably won't be too long because, like I said, there's not too much to update. Just a few little events that have occurred, which is good to see. But nonetheless, nothing huge has been going on. So just to kind of go through the chart real quick. If you've watched the past ones, you saw that I talked about this blue line and how this was just absolutely crushing the price. How it seemed like every time the price would get close to it, it would just get knocked back down. This being the most recent time, came up, hit it, and then fell below down here. However, this is kind of our first big event which has occurred where this blue line, although it was very steep, so that's one thing to keep in mind, it has been broken finally, and it hasn't been broken in terms of flying to the upside, but it's been broken and now going sideways. So what I'm going to do now is take this line and delete it. However, I'm not going to completely delete it. I'm going to get it back up here, but it will now be for a different reason, and that reason is going to be representing the upper part of this channel now that we are forming. It was that downtrending line. However, now you can see we had once, twice, three times now the price has come up and bounced its head on it. So this level here, we can say 81.50 or so seems to be the resistance area now. But also at the same time, as I mentioned, this dollar is starting to go sideways now in value. So it has leveled out off. No more of this, just completely falling off a cliff like we had in this region here. We're going sideways now, and we still have this support zone sitting underneath us. So since time has increased, I'll get these lines extended out here more so we can keep up. But this support zone is still here, holding strong. What we don't want to see is the dollar come down here, break through area 1, come down here a little bit more, break through area 2. If that happens, then good chance we're going to come all the way down here and visit this next price target area of right around 76. So things are holding well from that point. I also want to get this downtrend line updated here with a break of the top of this channel here. It could very well come up here and bust through this point too, but at the same time it could very well get a little break up here momentarily, come up here and just bang its head right on there and then fall back down. So a couple different options, but I guess the point I'm trying to make here is if you do get above this upper part of the channel, you're not out of the woods yet. You still gotta worry about two resistance lines. Actually, we have this point right here, which was a previous support, and then as I've been talking about, we have this downtrending resistance line right there. So by no means is a full-blown reversal underway just because you get above the top of this channel. There's still plenty of battlegrounds to get past, and even that right there, you have the 200-day simple moving average. So it's not going to be a walk in the park if you get above that level. That'll be just pretty much the first stage completion of what will be a multiple stage kind of program that'll be necessary to bounce back through all these resistances. So I guess the short answer to what I'm trying to say there is there's a lot of work to do if this dollar is going to start to reverse around and head back up. A lot of work to do. Glancing down here at the indicator, you can see that the MACD did a good job of bouncing off its prior low back here, and looks like about mid to late December. The MACD for the dollar came down here, bounced off, found support. Same thing here, came down and bounced off. This bounce here, as you can see, was very nice. This bounce is nothing like that one. It's more was of a bounce and then just consolidate. But that's obviously better than continually falling down. So that's where we are for the dollar. Like I said, nothing too drastic, but the key thing to take away from this chart is two things. One, or actually three things. first being we are no longer just completely falling apart. The second thing being we are now starting to go sideways. And the third thing being if there is any sort of bounce, there's going to be a ton of resistance. Just to count them out, we have this blue line here is number 1. This level here is number 2. This downtrend level is number 3, and then this green line here is number 4. So 4 crucial areas of resistance on any sort of bounce. So, I'll get it updated when necessary, but for the time being, not too much to report with just a sideways action. So if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message, and I'll do my best to help you out. If not, once more, this was the US dollar. Thanks for listening.